Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We have a small Rise of Mordor for you today, and this is a glorious 4v3 battle that we are doing today. We have the Forces of Evil, we have Isengard, Mordor, the Dunland tribes, and the Easterlings from Rune are attacking a Dwarven defense here. Strangely enough, the Dwarves are defending Gundabad as they just go in now. They're just charging in at Isengard onto the Dwarves here. But yes, so strangely enough, the Dwarves are defending defending Gundabad. But yes, this is a excellent one, battle. It is a pretty long one, so make sure you have some snacks, have some drinks. But I can assure you, it is one epic battle. So definitely stick around to see what happens. But yes, if you're enjoying seeing Rise of Mordor on the channel at the moment and would like to see more of the new update that is out, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And also, I would just like to say that if you aren't aware, the new Rise of Mordor update is now out. It came out yesterday with an awesome trailer as well, so I'll leave a link to both the mod and to the trailer if you want to check both of those out. Yeah, this battle was organised on my Discord. We decided that with the mod coming out like yesterday, we do some battles, like check out the new units on a fairly competitive level. So yeah, this is a pretty fun one to do. As you can see, with some Erebor spear guards, which look so different now to their old model, but they look really good fighting. We have the Uruk-hai infantry here. We actually also have some miners in here, some Dwarven miners in here as well, holding the line. And then let's just see what's going on the other side at the moment. As you can see on the other side, I am pushing forward with Mordor, going on a mass charge right now. And I'm going to try and break through this Tomb Warden and Erebor Axe Warrior line, though it's going to be pretty nasty. I was trying to stay away from this hill as much as possible because, as you can see, they have crossbows up here, and crossbows now are just nasty. Before they were probably did the similar sort of damage to cavalry as archers, but now they seem to do a lot of damage. And you can see I've got my 7th Eye flying in here to the Erebor Axe Warriors, doing a little bit of damage. And you can see I'm now sending in Orc Warriors. I'm trying to just overwhelm the line with numbers, and hopefully that'll do enough work. You can see I've got Morgul Legion in here as well to combat the Tomb Wardens. Hopefully they can get some decent kills. There you go, the mass black ranks of the Orcs going forward. But yes, if you'd like to join the Discord to get involved in some Rise of Mordor battles, then the link is down below. We have a great community, lots of players that play various different Total War games, so definitely worth joining if you want to get involved in that. But as you can see, I am starting to I'm not really making any headway at the moment. I've not even killed any dwarves, and I've also considered about Morgul Legion actually to archer fire, which is really annoying because the dwarves now having bows is so annoying because they can now fire in over the top of their units if they want to. I now plan to try and break through this sword line over here because this is the only sword unit that doesn't have a halberd behind it. So I'm going to try and charge through here. And I kind of do so. I should have really pushed on because I knocked down that unit. I really should have pushed on there and gone into the next unit because, well, that's Dwarven Warriors. That's even a lower tier unit. But yeah, I charge into those Erebor Axe Warriors, do a bit of damage, but look at the fire that I'm taking as I retreat. I'm getting vaporized down to 30, 20s. Yeah, this unit just gets vaporized all of a sudden, and that was enough for me to retreat. There's so many 70i bodies there. So yeah, crossbows and archers do a lot of damage now in this game. It is scary to see them in work. So yeah, I was well, I'm not wanting to do that, and I'm pretty sure soon, rather than later, I do decide to start to fall back my lines. As you can see, I'm losing these combats, and the Tomb Wardens aren't even taking any damage. I mean, they're not even really in combat, but I mean, yeah, I'm barely doing any damage to these Erebor Axe Warriors as well. I don't think they haven't lost a single man. They have not lost a single man. So I was yeah, we're not going in there. So I am falling back. Over on this side, though, there is a bit more luck going on for Isengard. Isengard's starting to win some of these fights. These Erebor Spear Guards are losing. And he seems to be actually killing things. He's got Berserkers in here, so no wonder he's killing stuff. I love the new Erebor look. It looks really good. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the armor looks sharper, it looks brighter. It just looks really nice. I mean, it looked nice before, but I mean, they've taken it to another level. And with the Attila being like such a dark game, like to have this like much more bright armor, I think just like really helps it out massively. Hopefully they get around to doing it with like Mordor. Mordor's like such a dark army. Like he just looks like a black mass quite often if you like get the wrong angle. As you can see over here, I've got like Dundon and I have well, part of Dundon and the East, all of these things here ready as well, queuing up to go in. I mean, maybe the Loki room would be better in going in, but even still, like I feel like they're going to end up with the same issue. The issue is that there's no pole arms. And actually, I was the only one on this side that brought pole arms. It was only me and Isengard that brought any. These things really should have brought some. Now that we have like the dwarves with like pole arms, they really will like be spamming these. I can just imagine this is gonna be a regular thing to see with the dwarves. Like it's something that they lacked before, but now that they have like insane armor and pole arms, that's surely a given. Seeing these guys constantly. But look at that line, that thick line of dwarves. It's awesome. It really does. And it's such a long line as well. There are a few dwarves dying here and there, but not many. And none of them are tomb wardens that are dying, which is what I was really trying to kill. But yes, as you can see, and they've got all these crossbows now on the hill, so they're, like going across that left side is just a no-no. But at the same time, they have to keep troops here. They have to keep what, maybe one, and certainly maybe a second. Because if I come back with a 7th Eye and charge again, I could just break through, and then I'm in behind their lines. So they have to keep at least 2 units here just to stand to just look at that left side and expect nothing to happen. There is also other cavalry. We do have the Variag Lancers, but we're kind of trying to save them because they have like even lower armor. So I mean, they would get vaporized going past this crossbow like line of death, as I'm going to kind of call it. But over here, as you can see, they're still making really nice headway. The Berserkers here are doing really well. Only lost 2 men. They are ripping through these dwarven miners, as they should. And they're also ripping through these Erebor spear guards. Which I guess maybe as they should as well. They are spears still. Heavily armoured spears, but shock should still beat them. But yeah, Isengard making really good progress now, especially with the pikes and the Berserker-like support. Doing really, really nice. Look at this guy just slamming his sword down onto the spear guard. You're not going to make any headway doing that, Sonny Jim. Is there Erebor spear guards taking on like what, several Uruk-hai now? Look at this guy. I just love the new lighting that they have added to this mod as well. Like it's from the Age of Charlemagne DLC. But yeah, they've done such a good job with it. It looked so much nicer. I didn't realize that the difference like is made until like these battles really. When I zoomed in a lot more, it looks so good. And the weather as well. You've got like weather, like different weather that happens now in the mod as well. So you see all sorts of like you're gonna see cloud change and like it go from dark to light. It's gonna look awesome. It's gonna look really, really cool. But yes, I don't think the dwarves can win this fight. I mean, they've got halberdiers here, but I think their halberdiers get outranged. I'm pretty sure, like, their animation is, like, even though they're a polearm unit, their animation is not, like, as good as, like, to fight the pikes, basically. They don't have the range with their short spear. You can see here we've got Dundon now sending around tribal warriors around the flank, which they kind of can. On this side, they're certainly having a lot more success, but they've just been charged here. The Warlord's Bloodspawn just been charged by escort mercenaries. Look, gold chevron. Jeez. This is the only cav that the dwarves have, so I mean, they are kind of bringing it for some mobility and also just to get a few charges off, I guess. Yeah, they're doing alright. Getting some decent kills. It's about half strength, a little bit below that. You can see the dwarves are already setting up another line of defense here. So they've got what we've got in the line here, more Erebor Axe Warriors and more Erebor Halberdiers, to be precise. More of the same. Actually, well, I think these were spears over here, so more swords this time. So it'll be harder for the shock and like the swords to overwhelm, basically, because they're fighting with the swords. And swords will deal with this a little bit better than the spears, possibly. I love like the new like axes as well. Like, some have got double-handed, some have got like just the like the, well, not double-handed, but like double-bladed, and some have like just the single. But it's not really single on that one either. But you know what I mean? That's the more like typical axe look. Over on my side, lots of nothing going on. I was just like, well, we've got a massive horde here waiting just to like come through, but at the same time we're holding back a lot of the dwarven forces here just looking at us. Only development is that Isengard has brought his crossbows round, which was a really good move that he suggested, which is that he will have a better chance with his armor piercing crossbows in puncturing the armor here of the dwarves. So he's bringing around his crossbows and he's just going to stand in front of my archers, which have like nearly spent all their ammo anyway trying to kill these like these dwarves. So yeah, with his Uruk-hai crossbows, he's going to just try and punch it through this this axe line and just hit the Tomb Wardens in behind, and hopefully he can do so. Get some more work being done. As you can see already, the dwarves are setting up more reserves here. We have Dwarven Barrack Guard, the most elite shock infantry available to the dwarves, is now being set up here. And I mean, man, this unit looks awesome. It really does. They've got like the blue capes as well. I mean, a person with a cape or someone with a cape, you know, they're not messing around. They're noble. They're sophisticated. I don't know. They're nasty, but I like that. This unit is not going to mess around. I like the officer as well. Oh, the officer looks really cool. With his little shield. Very nice. But as you can see, already flying into the next line are Isengard. So his pikes really stretched out so he can like fight across his entire line. Really nicely done. As you can see, 160 men. They'll stretch out quite nicely across this little pass here. Also, by the way, look at the balance of power. I mean, we started with 10,000 men. We've lost about 1,000 at this point and killed 600 dwarves. Which, I mean, going by that rate, we will do okay. But eventually we will start to lose pikes and archers and, like, shock. As you can see here, the berserkers are losing decisively. And also these are dwarves, so they don't care about the balance of power. They'll fight on hard. I just love looking at like the on the left, like the silver line, the deep silver line. As well, it's currently deep at the moment. It may get a bit narrower and a bit slimmer sooner. Just the dwarves, the armor looks awesome, it really does. Just fighting on here, looks brilliant. This mod looks, it's just getting better every update. And even though this one's just come out, I can't wait for the next. Yeah, going to take a little bit more work to get through here. You can see these Uruk-hai infantry starting to lose now. They two beaten up from the last fight. You can see we've got more Urks though arriving. They've still got plenty. Dunland's got plenty of forces over here. And you can see them possibly thinking about making an assault around this way as well, around this pass, and going like down here. As you can see, the dwarves actually giving ground. The Dwarven warriors here, they've decided that, well, they had 3 in the line, in the front line here, but they realized they can narrow it to 2 so they can have a spare left over. And also they can still have a nice little ledge up here that they can support their attack from. As you can see here, we have Erebor crossbows. I mean, they can't really actually see what they're doing. They probably could have attacked. These Erebor crossbows have not got an angle. But yeah, so there you go. There's a Dwarven crossbow here still on this hill as well. That's well, just minding its own business really. But it's got a nice little angle. It could shoot those guys. I think they're out of range, but they could shoot if they get into range. You can see there's all those Urks and other Dunland men waiting as well. I'm pretty sure on this at this point. Yeah, as you can see, Uruk crossbows over here firing in, not doing that much damage to these 2 ones. They are killing them now. We've killed 6. A mighty 6 have been killed. The Erebor axe warriors in front though have actually taken quite a lot of damage. You can see they're dropping quite quickly. But there's quite a lot of bodies. Finally, there's starting to be some Dwarven bodies mounting up here. Not just my orc ones that I just sent in to die, because so many orcs died here and like just no damage was done. But there you go. As you can see, allies are running. I presume, what is that? Not a clue. Don't know what is just running there. But as you can see, I'm actually bringing forward more forces now. I'm bringing forward my orc warriors and some orc pillagers. And as you can see, there's no halberds here again. So I'm going to try and make another little assault on this side. See whether I can do anything. But I am currently, I'm actually currently obstructing the Uruk crossbows, which should move my archers. But here we go. Orc warriors going back in. This is like lower than the Uruk throng. That's what I'm mostly brought. Yeah, they could do a reshading like these orc warriors, maybe remodeling as well. They don't look the greatest. And there you go, orc pillagers coming in. So I'm hoping that with my pillagers in here, I'm gonna be able to turn the fight onto on Erebor. We'll see. I love like the swords as well for the dwarven warriors. They look really nice. I don't know why. It kind of looks like a Roman Sparta. If you know what a Roman Sparta looks like, that's kind of what it reminds me of a bit. But as soon as I make this assault, I see that Erebor bringing up halberdiers. Like, he's got so much. I can't see all this, but he has so much hidden in here. And I knew he had. Oh, he's got Dane Ironfoot with silver chevrons. Jeez. We've got Dwarven Barrack Guard. But yeah, I knew that they had halberdiers like in this forest, but I didn't know how much more they had here. So as soon as I see the halberds come up, I should really be falling back, but I must be doing stuff elsewhere. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get this orc pillager here, a second one. And I'm going to try and get around this gap here. But pathfinding doesn't allow you to just, like, I almost can do it, and then they just want to go left or go right, in my view. But yeah, so the orc pillagers are not going to be able to break through here, and they're losing a lot of men for no real reason now, so they just need to get out of there. And they're already wavering, look at this. So yeah, a general retreat being called again. Once again, we've been forced back, and the dwarves survive a little bit longer, which is annoying. Because at the moment, our only way we're getting through is over here, and we're starting to stutter a little bit here. The pikes are actually nearly dead. There's only 52 of them left. And the berserkers are looking a bit weak as well. So many dead orcs here. There's so many more dead orcs and like evil men than there are dwarves, I'm pretty sure. I love, like, oh, look at this. I don't know if that's a, yeah, the Warriors of the Red Mountain are in here. I did think they were. They look awesome, they really do. Look at these guys. No messing around. The big hammers slamming into these orcs. And we've got some archers by the looks of it maybe in here as well. I think we've got archers, yeah. Archers of the Red Mountain. Yeah. Archers of the Red Mountain holding this line. This silver line though, it's starting to thin a little bit, but it's still really thick. Look at that. It's like, what, maybe 5, 6 ranks deep? It's going to take a long time for these orcs to break through this. We need more pikes. They do have more back here. Ready to go. They also got sappers, which is, I can't wait to see these guys in action. I hope these guys can get some good kills. I really do. I like how this Uruk unit, they've been quite orderly in how they retreat. Still in rank and file, very nice. Also, like Dunland's got, I mean, they've got jabbies, and they've also got like some shock, and these shock have like axes, they can throw axes. So they should be pretty useful. So we've got some pretty still like useful stuff over here. Berserker's going berserk, so well, that's always great. And they've all just died, I think, just going berserk. But yeah, as you can see, this wave of assaults is now starting to peter out a little bit. Gonna need to send more stuff in, whether it's Isengard or Dunland. But at this point, I decide that I realize that I'm making no movement over on my side, so I'm bringing around my Morgul Legion, which are really beaten up. Like, they have taken so many casualties from just being shot at in their like assault, like moving forward, and then when they retreat, these guys like they used to have really, really good armor, and they probably still do have really good armor. It's that now that you can like fire so quickly with archers, like you're getting the volleys off so much quicker that like no unit is safe basically from archer fire now. No unit. Like eventually, like the amount of volleys that get put in to a unit just kills it so quickly. As you can see here, the pike's now moving up as well. So they're going to get in there. So we're going to have Morgul Legion and Pikes Initiative. This should help to budge this defense once again. They're gonna have to. They might need to send up more of the dwarves. I mean, they've got their barrack guard nearby. We do need to remember that as well. But yes, that is kind of it at this point. You can see the crossbows actually getting sent in. A bit of a. They ran out of ammo. And it's kind of just a futile charge. Just send them in. I don't think Isengard was really that bothered about keeping them. But yes, this was. I was racking my brains throughout this entire thing. I mean, it was a late night game, so it was a fatigued Pope was trying to rack his brains into how we were going to get past this. And really, my only solution was that we were either going to have to push hard here where there's no pole arms, because as you can see, pole arms is along the line. Either we just have to push hard here and try and break through with like a cav unit, and then like pull the cav unit through when it knocks down the unit. As you saw, I should have done it earlier because I knocked the entire unit down, and then I should have just walked through. Now there's no unit behind to for me to worry about. So if I just knock that unit down and then run through, but I've got to run the gauntlet past all these crossbows, which, as you saw, crossbows just rip up cav now. So I was like, well, I could do this as an option, but I'm going to lose cav doing it, which I'm going to need later on to like run down when we get into this next like stage, into this next sort of maze of little little alleyways and stuff like that. Or gullies, I guess that's a better word, gullies. So I was like, the only solution is really to carry on pushing here, because we're winning here now. You see Erebor Axe Warriors, they're starting to get tired, and they're probably losing a lot of their HP and armor. And the pikes are in here now, and we've got Wyand Storms in here. So the elites of Isengard are now in. Isengard is running low on troops. So it's time for like me and Dunland to start to pick up the pace a little bit. I'm bringing troops around, and Dunland's now getting his reserves ready. But it is a little concerning. I think also we also have, Eastlings have brought around some low Curum archers, because again, the low Curum archers are doing nothing. I mean, he actually is shooting these archers here, but I mean, they're nearly of ammo. I would just save your ammo and just wait for the barrack guard when they move up, because we could see these guys and we knew they were coming. As you can see, all the crossbows on that side are broken. We're back in here. These Wyand Storms with their big shields doing a lot of damage. If you haven't checked out the Isengard unit overview, I definitely recommend you go and do so, because then you have a good idea of what you should be bringing as an Isengard build in a battle, whether it's a land battle or a siege. I mean, this one's kind of interesting because it's technically a land battle. It's down as a land battle map, but very much more like treated as a siege, because we're just fighting in choke points. There's nothing else that's going on. We are fighting in choke points, and that's it. Yeah, these Wyand Storms with their wicked blades. I mean, they have got a nasty looking blade. You can see that. Like, look at that blade. It's like hooked. And he's dead now. So you'll never see his again. I love the animation that, like, when they stab a dwarf in the chest and then they like headbutt them to like get them off their sword. That's awesome animation. I've seen it a couple of times now by the Wyand Stormers doing it. But yeah, they're starting to run into the halberds, and they're getting impaled by a lot of these orcs as well. But yeah, we also now got the barrack guard in here with their big double-handed axes. The axe that like Gimli has in Lord of the Rings, I'm pretty sure, is that an axe. And that's awesome to see that like model in here. Yeah, these guys are going to do a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure the halberds. Oh no, the halberds haven't broken. I thought they were starting to lose, and then the barrack guard got sent in. We were so infuriated. But yeah, my pole arms still actually haven't arrived. Where are they? Oh, they're moving up slowly. Yeah, I think I was giving them a little rest. They are very tired. But look over this thin Erebor Axe Warrior line. Now, there's only 35 men holding this back. There is 69 like halberdiers, but they're stretched thin. Yeah, you can see the Erebor Axe Warriors losing decisively. I mean, they've got more barrack guard ready. They've got Dwarven Warriors. Still something called Dwarven Warriors. But here we go, Morgul Legion getting ready. We've got more Berserkers in here. This is a fairly healthy unit of Berserkers, and they're going flying in now. They're big two-handed axes, or two-handed swords, I should say, really. They're flying on it, and you see the pole arms now of the Morgul Legion coming forward. The forces of Sauron, they are putting a lot of pressure right now onto the Dwarves of Erebor. And there you go, look at that, we've broken through and now into this Dwarven warrior unit. There is like a few halberdiers left, but we moved on. These halberdiers aren't going to stop this massive infantry here. It's starting to be desperation because we do not have a lot of time left. There is a timer on, and time was against us to try and break through. And this is the only place we're making any sort of attack. If we attacked anywhere else at the moment, we've probably been suicidal. It would be nice to see this on the reverse, do like evil versus dwarves. It'd be interesting to see how successful the dwarves would be in an assault like this, because dwarves, I feel like, are becoming more and more tailored with their heavy armor and like archers and stuff like that, a more defensive faction. But they still certainly have that offense with all that shock there available to them. So it'd be interesting to see how they do on the offense. Dwarven Barrack Guard starting to lose though. I don't know how many kills they've got, but they're starting to get overwhelmed now that they have no halberdier support. The halberdiers have returned, 38 men, but that's not going to stop this massive troops. And you can see the tribal warriors here. They found a gap in the middle of this formation. There was a gap they didn't quite get through in like the column that I said they should probably go through in, but they have kind of broken through. They're now to sort of like surround the Barrack Guard a little bit. But I mean, look at the armor difference. I don't think the Barrack Guard's going to worry about these guys too much. They're going to still worry about the heavily clad orcs and orcs ahead of them. But yes, I'm just keeping an eye on what's going on over here. Absolutely nothing still. As expected, there is still no movement here. It's still all going on here. The only place we can make any sort of attack. I was also hoping that as time went on and as we wore down this defense here, they start to withdraw stuff from over on that side because they need it to reinforce. But the dwarves have so much left. Like, they have plenty of reserves. They don't need to worry about setting stuff up. I did not realize like how many troops they have. We weren't playing with like masses of funds. We were playing with sort of like average sort of size funds. So like, I mean, the dwarves now can just bring a lot more troops and a lot of good stuff. Like, these dwarven warriors aren't that like, they're not necessarily that good. Like in the comparison to the dwarves, but like in the comparison to like an average orc or like Dunland or whatever, they are really good. They're like a solid unit. See here now that my Morgul Legion now getting out, surrounding these halberdiers as well. We're actually getting in behind. We're into the archers as well. So we are causing a lot of issues here on this little push. And they're going to need to set up more reserves. They've got another Barrack Guard obviously that they can send in, but they might need more than that now to hold back what is coming through this gap here. Dwarven warriors finally breaking. And now we have to face more Dwarven warriors. Got the Loki Rim archers in here. I don't know if they have ammo left. No, they don't. So they've been sent in. We've got Eastlings now throwing themselves in. Probably entirely forgot that they were here. They've not been doing a lot at the moment. Neither is Mordor. Yes, I'm just keeping an eye on this side because just in case Mordor tries to do anything. Servants of the Ice. Got plenty of stuff, so much stuff over on this side. Well, this must be the bigger portion of our army now. If you have 7,000 against just under 4,000 dwarves. So, I mean, they are closing the gap with the dwarves quite nicely at the moment. But yeah, we've got a lot of troops here. We've got like Warlords of Rune, we've got Dunherd Chosen, Loki Remaceman. We've got so much elite infantry to still throw at them, which is obviously a really good sign, but at the same time, it's all stuck in a place where it can't really operate. Might need to start setting stuff around this side. But we are still making progress. A united front here of evil men and orcs and orcs doing their best. But yeah, I think my I don't know who just broke there. Someone said that they were just dropped their weapons and were fleeing. I don't know who that was. Oh, we made another assault. Orc pillagers here, you can see, made another attack. Again, try to make an assault over here, but the Erebor halberdiers quickly up this time. Oh, my cavalry. I had sent in Servants of the Eye. I forgot entirely about this. Yeah, Servants of the Eye going in, and yeah, they didn't get far. They kind of got hit that first line and then got focused, like as they got focused down as they hit that front line. So that was a shame. I've lost one of my Servants of the Eye, but it was worth a try. It's keeping like them occupied on this side. I'm still losing a lot of troops here. All pillagers getting focused down. 103 of them. So frustrating. Archers are just so nasty now, and like Mordor's got a like, you got to keep Mordor kind of protected from archers if possible. But also, I mean, in this scenario, Mordor doesn't really operate that well. I don't think. I think Mordor needs an open battlefield, expansive battlefield that it can just kind of envelop you, because he has the numbers. Because that's what he wants to do. He wants to envelop you. But as you can see, we've broken through here now. We are now in. They only have shock infantry to stop us, and I mean, we have polearms. We can stop, and pikes, so we can stop them. They are going to charge in like they're going after tribal levies, so I mean they're going to rip them to shreds, these barrack guard. But we've got heavier stuff coming up. This poor tribal levies. But here we go, the pikes are arriving now. They're pretty tired. They're exhausted, in fact. Need to be aware of that. We've got Matic warriors over here now. They're getting involved in the fight. I've got axes flying in the air. The Dunher chosen here, throwing axes. It's hilarious. I love that. That's a thing. They've just got axes littered around the place. They're going after stuff. Matic warriors now going in there, getting a nice little charge as my Morgul Legion, which are kind of set up, but also at the same time not really. Yeah, they're kind of chopping these guys down, actually. They're wavering, yeah. Both my Morgul Legion are wavering now. They are very much depleted, and they're very tired. We were nearly through here, but then these barrack guard arrived. As you can see, they've now got the Dunher chosen in. They should be more than a match, I would have thought, for the Matic warriors. It's a mess down here now. It really is. Got Dunher chosen with their wolf pelt on. I would have thought that they could beat the Matic warriors. We'll see. The pikes over here, they're forcing back the barrack guard. They're actually doing a lot of damage. We've actually already got Dane 9-foot here as well. He's already having to be committed. So King Dane, where is he? There he is. Looking awesome. I love that model, really does. I can't wait to have like other unique models coming in for other factions. Hopefully we get like maybe like a Witch King, maybe obviously like Aragorn. We've got Thranduil obviously with like the Elven King. So yeah, it'd be really good to see. And as you can see here, I forgot, we have got through, we have broken through. So the dwarves decided to let me, well, they not decided to let me, but they left this spot that I've been constantly attacking. Finally, I was able to get my Servants of the Eye through. I broke through, charged through, and I'm now after their archers in the back lines. And they obviously then shifted their polearms across. So as they shifted across, we attacked where they vacated. And yeah, now the Eastlings have their cabin behind. They're also taking out these crossbows. And this front line is now all of a sudden just crumbling. And now there will be movement over here. We have now made a way through. I was patient, and it's kind of paid off. We're killing a lot of dwarves right now, possibly more than ever before. It's now 5,000 to 3,000 though. It's going to be really close when it comes down to the final sort of showdown. But we are starting to kill these guys better than ever. But they are obviously going to still kill a lot of us. And you can see I'm flanking around now with Uruk Throng, all sorts. My cavalry's nearly all dead though, but it's well worth it. Like, this cavalry's done like its job. It's helped break through. At this point, I have no more purpose for my cavalry. Over on this side, as you can see, also we're nearly through. We have a general here, champion reavers. They're rear charging stuff, but they need to be careful. There are crossbows here. They need to be very careful. They might be shooting the pikes actually, but even still, need to be very careful. My general's coming up. I think I was using him to pop like abilities like Fear and Warcry. You see this cavalry needs to really get out of combat, even though it's still winning. It needs to really get out of combat, probably go in charge of the stuff. You can see they're trying to get these Tomb Wardens back. Really, the cavalry should charge down these Tomb Wardens just to shoot them down, like to run them down. I also need to get my pillagers really to just chase down these Tomb Wardens. But I think they're reforming. They're actually going to reform here in this like little passage here. But I'm not even interested in that. I can see a way round, and we can go down here. I couldn't see this force at the moment, but I was like, right, we'll just go down this way and punch our way through. I honestly thought they're now down to 2,800. We're still at 5,300. That surely we are seeing the end of the dwarves. I was like, the numbers they have left, they cannot have many dwarven units left. They still got quite a few. They got another day 9 foot here. This is a different one. It's not so chevroned up. I believe, yeah, the other day 9 foot is here. He's in combat. He's losing decisively, actually. We've all got day 9 foots here, and then I believe the last general is over here. Is a Mansion Reclaimer. So you've got some nasty like units being kept in reserve. This Mansion Reclaimer is just basically unkillable unless you have cav. You're not going to kill it with archers. You're not going to kill it with well, you will kill it in prolonged melee. You're gonna need to surround it with infantry, or you're gonna need cav to like charge it in the rear. One or the other. Yes, it would be a bad place to die in Gundabad. Why would you want to die in Gundabad? There's more Tomb Wardens here as well. Jeez, these guys just are like... We've not even killed the first one yet, and there's a second healthy one yet to come. Dwarves are just so nasty now to fight. They've got such nasty units. And certainly, like, it's going to be hard at the moment to see with Evil, but obviously once Trolls arrive, like, Evil's got a really, really nice chance, I think, of beating the Dwarves. Because obviously, like, I imagine, like, Trolls are going to be really good at, like, killing... like lots and lots of units. Like from what I've heard, they should be able to kill like Fountain Guard easily. So if they can kill Fountain Guard easily, they can probably do a good job on a lot of these Erebor axes and stuff like that. But yeah, I was expecting to make a few cuts because if I remember, like in the actual battle, then there was like nothing really going on. But then I remembered that's just my perspective. My perspective, there was nothing really going on for a lot of battle. Isengard obviously has plenty going on, as you can see here. He's well and truly doing stuff. They've actually got a general like defending this pass here. They have literally nothing down here now. Yeah, they could make we should make a move to really attack maybe down here, threaten stuff. Obviously they've got crossbows up here, but they're now interested over here as the White Hand Stormers are getting shot down. They need to retreat. As you can see, we're onto the final defense really, so it's just down to these 3 choke points. The dwarves are like still up here. They are fighting some Loki Rim. They're winning that easily. Loki Rim, I thought, might have a chance against Erebor Axes, but it would seem not. It would seem not. Erebor Axe Warriors still like just rip through these Loki Rim, which is a shame because I would thought Loki Rim, I think, all Eastlings just need like something nice to beat, to have a chance. Otherwise, they're kind of screwed. They got their Warlords of Ruin, but that's kind of about it. That has like a chance of breaking through like heavily armored units. Loki Rim just don't seem strong enough anymore. They used to be really good. There was a day when they used to be really good, and like Eastlings was such a favourite faction to bring, but now I don't often see them being brought. Especially now that I think also like the Varag Warriors, I think someone was saying that they've been like lowered in like some of their stats. Well, not Varag Warriors, Varag Lancers. I do. So like makes them even less like appetizing to bring. Bane of the Steps you only bring 1 of now as well. So I hope they add more of these things soon because kind of just gives them a bit of a revitalization. But as you can see, look at this spear line by the dwarves. It looks awesome. It really does. Such a Erebor's like units look so good. Like look at that as well. Like the hammers like on the shield. Look, the detail in this mod, I can't say it enough, is so good. As you can see, I'm just gonna throw my orcs now. Like at this point, we are running out of time. I was like being impatient. I was like, right, I'm going in. I've got no reason to like not. These orcs wrong, by the way. Just get focused down by these archer towers. So frustrating. Look at that. These archer towers kill so many. Kill like what 4 or 5 orcs there in just that one like shot. That's gonna be an issue when I then go in here. Look at that. Losing so many, but in they go. Fight those Erebor spears. I don't think I'm going anywhere anytime soon. I'm glad they're not Iron Guard, but even still, Erebor spear warriors, they're just nasty. Spear guards, I should say. Yeah, they're just nasty. They're not gonna stop. Oh, they did just get a nice volley off on those Dunherd Chosen, I think, didn't they? Oh no, they got the tribal warriors. That's okay then. I thought they shot those these Dunher chosen to like pieces, but they didn't, luckily. But as you can see here, Erebor's like still got like little outposts and stuff all the way over here. They've got like little outposts of like halberdiers. They also have like their crossbows and swords over here, so they might be able to bring these guys back into the game if we're not careful. But we have a fairly decent like rear guard at the moment. I mean, we've got all of these like Eastlings waiting still to go in. I mean, numbers are 4,600 to 2,500. It's fairly close. Balance power has certainly shifted a little bit in favor of the dwarves, and I still think they've got a fairly good chance. I think they should be even, really dead even, because the dwarves are just so nasty. Like, I know it's obviously a mod, so like Attila just can't comprehend like how strong the dwarves are. They're strong. They will win. They will more than likely have a good chance anyway of winning still with those odds. Especially in choke points. Look at this though. The spear guards doing their best. We need some shock infantry in here. And here you go, my depleted shock. That have probably been shot up more than they've actually like fought. And they got rid of like frenzy as well, or the like the abilities for the orcs, which is really sad. I really wish the abilities would like come back, because I preferred them. It gave Mordor something like to help with, like their orcs like have like a not an unbreakable thing, but it kind of like gave them like I've forgotten what it was called, but it basically like gave them a morale boost and like melee attack boost for like a short period of time. But it was a one-use thing for each unit. So it was something that like I really liked, but they've now removed, which is a shame. And same with the orc pillagers. I don't know if they had the same ability, but they had frenzy, which was always useful. We've got Arid Mithril veterans in here. Just when I was like, well, I might break through, which I wasn't going to at any time. I've only killed like a few Erebor guard. They're sending their veterans just to like close the door. Well and truly. But I mean, yeah, look at these Arid Mithril veterans. If I can just find one. Like, look at that unit. Looks awesome. Probably my favorite looking unit, possibly. But over here you can see charging at Erebor Axe Warriors. I think I charged in with my Servants of the Eye. Just killed them, let them die. The Erebor... oh, we've got the Dunher chosen here. Look at this. They're going to throw their axes at point blank range. I like this. Using any cheesy method now. They're not very accurate though, are they? Look at that. They all missed. Yeah, what are you throwing at? These guys just throw wherever they fancy. I mean, they're actually, I think they're trying to hit the warriors of the Red Mountain. But yeah, they tried to hit, should just hit these guys ahead of them. But yeah, I think the enemy going for my general, I think I charged these crossbows when they came out. Yeah, and they have their Arid Mithril veterans here. They have still really nasty infantry here. And this is healthy infantry as well. As you can see here, they're now actually going to... It looks like the dwarves are pushing forward. They actually are being aggressive on this side with their pole arms, and these swords are turning.
This is a shameful display.
But as you can see here, look at this! The explosion from the sappers! We sent the sappers forward and they just evaporated that unit of Erebor Axe Warriors. So there you go. Look at that. We now have a breach through. I really hope we could have done it here into this these two Erebor, these warriors of the Red Mountains. But we really desperately need to get through. And this Erebor Axe Warrior now gone. That's fine. I'm now going to charge my cavalry into the shock infantry and just break through this, because like shock infantry doesn't do so well to cav. So hopefully I can do this anyway. My cav's actually not doing anything. It needs to just charge in. Charge in the cav. It needs to go. Or maybe not. I should just charge my cav in. I thought I did. Maybe not. But as you can see, we're just sending in like masses of infantry now. Tribal warriors as well. So I mean, I think Dunland just decided to bring like a really weak army because it was a 4v3, but they actually probably should have brought a regular army, like with Dunherd swords and stuff like that, because they would have been so much better and useful to break through this sword line that we're fighting here. You see here the Dwarves of the Red Mountains, they're doing their best though. We've got some dogs in here as well. I didn't even see that. But yeah, as you can see, they've now formed up over here, have the dwarves. And they've getting ready to, like, kind of, like, stop us from, like, pen us in almost. We're, like, penned in now. And these 3 choke points. But I did realize that now that they'd obviously, like, moved from, like, all their army here, they have nothing defending this choke point. So we can bring our cav around, what remains of our cav, which is mainly our generals. We can bring it around, and we can start to attack, like, their crossbows and, like, the rear of this line if we want to. So we really need to do that. We've still got, like, some decent Varric Lancers. My general Sims of the Eye is still healthy. You've got Bane of the Steppes. We've still got a Champion Reavers as well. So, like, that's, like, very, very, like, we can still, like, do some damage with these guys. I mean, I'm making no progress over here. I mean, thankfully, we've got some Wards of Ruin in here to try and change this up. But they've fallen back their own myth from veterans, and they're going to defend this next line here, which is Mansion Reclaimers, Erebor Spear Guards. They got, like, so many nasty things still to defend this one spot here. But they are running out of stuff now with the Dwarves. They are finally running out, but there's still, like, near to 2,000 men, apparently. But I don't know where. There's such a thin line stretch out. I mean, most of it's here, I think. But I'm sure we can do something about that. With Javi's out here, just jabbing these Tomb Wardens, finally killing these guys. He's down to 37 men. They're so bloody. I don't know how many kills they've got, but they have just been, like, such a nuisance and just being there. I think, yeah, I've just used all my ammo with my archers, so, like, that's, like, finally happened. And we're finally breaking through. I mean, we've broken through more from them pulling back, which is perfectly fine with me because, well, that's fine with me because we kill extra men then, basically. Put it like that. We kill more men. But my orcs are really struggling right now. Orc Throng breaking, yeah, it's down to really, like, the Eastlings. They have most of the troops left. My final units of Orc Throng, which are actually very healthy, are going in. I really just have archers, my general, and, like, a little bit of infantry left. That's about it. And at this point, it's, yeah, down really to the Eastlings to really do the difference. They've been the ones we kept in reserve. And here you go. Orcs going in. Just a last throw of the dice, really. At this point, we're really short on time. I'm, like, just trying to force a way through. And I think that is, I think that's the Isengard force gone. You can see here, I didn't realize my general was actually hidden here in the woods. So I was like, oh, this is really good. And a general of our ally is dead. I believe, yeah, that's the Eastling general just being shot up as he runs away. But he has got nothing left anyway, so that's fine. Oh, they still have troops here, Dwarven Warriors. Still have more Dwarven Warriors on this line. It's just like constant, like, Dwarven Warriors is just a spammable unit now. It's kind of infuriating. They've got pole arms over here. This is the Tomb Wardens. They're holding the line here. They're now stopping these Wards of Ruin just dead in their tracks. Really, this should fall back, but, like, time is against us, so we need to just move on. Get a move on. As you can see here, Erebor Axe Warriors just getting just stopped. Elder Spearmen, like, stopping these Elder Spearmen and these Throng here. Nothing. We've got nothing to break through these guys. We need, like, heavy axes, stuff like that to break through. But yeah, at this point, I think I do a charge now. Yes, I was like busy just zooming in and then forgot that this was going to happen. Yeah, my Sims of the Eye basically charge in because I'm hidden here. They can't see me. That means they can't shoot me either. You can't shoot a unit that's hidden. So I was like, well, keep your crossbows out front. I'll keep charging them when I come out of the woods. I'll go and hide again, and then I'll come back out and I'll recharge. They have put a little Axe Warrior unit here in front of me. They have actually moved their crossbows back. But even still, I'll just charge the sword line then. That's even better. I'll just charge this thin sword line. And then once I've broken through that, I can go after crossbows and everything else. So yeah, here we go. Watch this. Bang! I'm through. I've knocked the unit down. So I'm well in my right to, like, charge on through. Which I really should have, but I didn't. I fell back foolishly. And certainly the next charge, they can't stop me though. And I'm actually losing a few men here and there. Really, these things should charge through now. So yeah, here you go. The Eastlings are now going to go for a charge. The Eastlings, like with a shock cav, this is actually proper shock cav. Once they knock this unit down, they'll be able to go, like, look at that, easily go through. They can now go on through. You can see there are more dwarves trying to appear. They should really just push on through. As they are now, they've got Bane in the Steppes, all sorts. I'm now arriving as well for a second charge. So these dwarves are about to just get up, reform the line. Look at this. They're like, oh, that's finally, it's over. Charged again. And we need to just break through this. Crossbow unit's holding me back, sort of, but I'm just going to move past it like it's not there. And then, yeah, you can see the Eastlings out well in behind. They're causing all sorts of havoc now. And we now have 2,300 against 1,600. You can see they have actually won here in this choke point because of the Tomb Wardens, and they're being aggressive. That's actually kind of good for us, because that means that we can try to outflank them. And all sorts of other stuff. And you can see Bane of the Steppes going all sorts of places. And you can see we also have the Dunland General in here, though. He has not like got much of a army left or a general. He needs to be careful. And he's actually just broken both those units, so I mean, congrats to him there. And as you see, I'm going to charge his Arid. I think this is Arid Mithrin Veteran. Yeah, I just charged it. It like did no damage. I was so annoyed. Like kills like none of these men. I lose quite a few summons to the eye as I retreat. Actually, I don't know. That killed quite a lot. Actually, I'll take that back. They killed like 20 odd men. I take that back. That did quite a lot of damage. And I'm going to do another charge here. That one wasn't so good. But I kind of like we kind of just pass through each other, like we're not even paying attention to each other, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I'm just wanting to get rid of that Arid Mithrin basically at this point, and like it's really close. So you can see the Bane Steps here knock down this unit. I think they just passed through. They're gonna try and oh, I've gone kind of past where they were gonna try and go through. They're gonna try and go through the back of the line here and kill these Tomb Wardens, because that is definitely what they need to do. Even though we're already outflanking them as well. The Loki Remacemen are able to flank around, so they can just flank around and attack these archers. As you can see here, Bane of the Steppes now coming in. And there you go. Got our cav in. This is what we need to use. Just get our cav superiority. This is what the dwarves lack, and this is where they're weak. We can take them out with these cavalry, but it is so short on time now. We are running out. I mean, we've got dogs in here. We've got all sorts. Literally nothing is able to be like held back now. It's all got to go in. And Arid Mithrin Veterans are winning in combat slightly. So frustrating. They still win. Over here, we are losing though. We need really more troops in here just to pin down all of these dwarves that are here. There is actually still a general back here, which is so frustrating. Still a Dane Ironfoot just stood here. So I was like, screw it, we're going to charge him. And I really shouldn't have, because I didn't realize that there was other ways around. I thought this was the only way through. I was like, screw it, just charge Dane. So here we go. And look at that. These archer towers just ruined my charge, because they just killed so many of the cavalry. It's so frustrating. So I fall back. I was like, what, like 5, 6 like summons to the eye just from the archer fire. And yeah, I have such a small unit now, but I'm going to just like go through this gap. I was like so stupid. I was like, should have just gone through the gap there. You can see they're desperately trying to send back Arid Mithrin Veterans as well. We've still got stuff pinning them down over here. These Mansion Reclaimers have actually lost a fair amount of men. They've lost 20 men. But they're still hard to kill. Wards of Rune could do with their... I don't know. Not a buff, but I don't know. Wards of Rune just aren't even enough to kill these guys. I mean, they just help that they have like archer support, like archer tower support and all sorts. And look at this. I'm still getting shot at by this goddamn archer tower. So frustrating. Just leave me alone. And you can see the Bane of the Steppes in here. He's just holding. I told my ally to like stay in combat, which is just kind of foolish by me. I should have just told him to retreat, go for another charge. But he may have broken anyway, just if retreating. But I just wanted him to pin Dane Ironfoot down like maybe a little longer so I could capture the point. I don't know why I dismounted. It's not Rome 2. You can like you don't need to dismount in Rome 2 in Attila to capture a point. So yeah, I remount, and I'm gonna try and capture it, but it's gonna like I'm only just about to get to halfway, and Dane's like bearing down on me. What did just get shot there? Oh, there's a Bane at the step. But as you can see, this is all that's left, and time is about to run out, and there you go, a draw. But really, I'd say that was a victory for the dwarves, really, because they hold on to their point, and they still had a fair amount of men left. So yeah, defeat there for myself and my allies, really. Even though we were about to capture the point, we wouldn't have been able to hold it. But yeah, so playing as I was playing as Mordor. I didn't really have a great game. My army was just like redundant for most of the battle, and then it just didn't really get many kills. Like best here being my Cav, 128, 191. Then we have Harry Cabbage here playing as the Eastlings. Did a lot better with his infantry, like 125 with his Macemen. His Warlords of Runes certainly did not pay off. Like, look how like wasted these guys were. Archers probably brought one too many. I would have brought like a halberd or something instead, but they got like 66 kills, not bad. 110 kills with his Varag Lancers. Then we have Sachix here. Yeah, he brought like a really spammed out army of like just cheap stuff. Really should have just brought more elite. I don't know if he could have, but he should have brought more elite stuff if he could. But his Champion Reavers getting 207 kills. His Dunherd Chosen get 125. They still have healthy numbers as well. And that's kind of really it that got like good kills for him. Then we have Mythic Yeet here, who's playing Isengard. Probably did the most work early game and got probably like the best kills. Like, I mean, there's 100 kills here. There's like Uruk-hai Infantry, 124 with his Wyan Stormers, 136 with his Berserkers, 153. His Pikes nearly 200 kills, and his like Wyan Sappers getting 88 kills. So it, like, got some good kills here, but I mean, like, even still, like, nothing insane. Like, the Dwarves are just so hard to kill. But yeah, we have Cupidance here playing as one of the Erebor armies. I think he was the one that I was facing off against for so long. His Erebor Axe Warriors here getting 246 kills. I don't know how this only got 4, but that's kind of a good sign for us. And Matic Warriors here getting 158 kills. His Dwarven Barrack Guard getting 123, 244. His Tomb Wardens 381 kills. And his Crossbows here 435 kills. Some really good kills there, as expected. But they did have like so many more men to kill compared to us. So that's why our kills are technically lower, I guess, in a way. And then we've got over here, we've got Heroes of the Greeks playing as Erebor as well, obviously. He has Erebor Axe Warriors with 218 kills. His Eredmith from Veterans 112, 122 with his Barrack Guard. His Halberdiers 260 kills. His Archers 188. His Crossbows 293, and his Cav 199. Then we have ACG here playing as Erebor, 153 kills with Mansion Reclaimers, 205 kills with Dwarven Warriors. His Warriors of the Red Mountain 249 kills. And his Barrack Guard 292 kills, and his Tomb Wardens 262 kills, and Archers of the Red Mountain 263 kills. So some really, really good kills there for Erebor, obviously. But yeah, so well done to all of the players that took part. Thank you for joining, and well done to Erebor for holding on to Gundabad, strangely enough. If you enjoyed, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one.